Hi everyone! Today we will be adding payroll costs to our Power BI dashboard. Our payroll costs are pretty much detailed. Let's look at them more closely. Our offices are located in 5 countries where we sell our products: Canada, France, Germany, Mexico, and the United States. Plus, we have a management company payroll that is tagged as global. We have several payroll dates inside each month. And also, we have a column with divisions. Management company personnel is tagged as finance. So this means we have 2 types of payroll. First payroll refers to a specific country. It should be allocated across each country's revenues. The second payroll, managed company payroll, should be allocated across the whole company's revenues. First of all, let's allocate the payroll for each country's office. We will start with importing a payroll table. Let's rename this table to payroll. Here we can see that payroll has several pay dates inside each month. We need to consolidate dates to months. For that, we will need to create a new column with a compound code that will consist of country, because we will be allocating payroll costs across specific countries' revenues. Then we need to extract month from date column, and here from the date column. The name for this column will be country period. Now we need to create a simple summarized table for each country's payroll for each month. The name for this table will be payroll country summarized. We're starting with summarize function. In brackets, we need to place filter function, because we don't want to summarize the whole payroll table. We just need all payrolls for the countries. That's why in country column of a payroll table, we select everything but global tag. This is a management company's payroll. Management company's payroll will be allocated a bit different way later. So we're summarizing by country period column of a payroll table. And we're creating a new column called salary totals, where we will be summing up the payroll. Now we have a summarized table consisting of 2 columns. First column is month and year plus country tag, and the second one is payroll for this tag. Now we need to create a bridge column between payroll table and base table. This will be country period column. It will contain a compound code containing country's name, month and year. We will be using lookup value function. We will be returning salaries totals value of a payroll country summarized table. Then we're placing country period column of a payroll country summarized table. And finally, we are adding country period column of a base table. We will be docking these payroll costs to the values inside this column. So we will be allocating these costs across the revenues inside each country of each month. For that, we need to calculate the revenues for each country for each month. For that, we will create a new column with the name revenues by country by period. First of all, we will declare a variable that will be current period country. This will be a criteria for summing up the revenues. So what we are going to return? We need to calculate the sum for the revenues, but we don't need the whole table. We just need to filter the base table for the current period for the current country. So country period column value must be equal to the variable that we've just declared. So this column illustrates us the revenues for each country for this specific month. Now we need to create percentages for cost allocation. Creation of a new column. Percentages of revenues by country. Here, we just need to divide the revenues transactions by the revenues by country by period column. So now we have the percentages for cost allocation. At this moment, we have all components that we need for cost allocation. Let's create a new column, payroll by country. We just need to multiply payroll country dollar per month column by percentages of revenues by countries column. Now it's time to verify the results. Let's go to Excel raw data for the payroll. Let's select all countries and exclude global tag payroll that goes with management company's payroll. Going back to Power BI, creating a simple metrics table. Rows will be country period column, values will be payroll by country. Looking at the totals. Totals match. This means we can proceed to the management company's payroll allocation. That will be the topic of our next tutorial. If you find these short tutorials valuable, please like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel.